What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Social Club, where everyone has a voice. And as you see, the gang's all here today. Massive NFL draft that just happened. So obviously I got to get the whole crew together, talk about it, the good and the bad and all that stuff. But before we move any further, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, check out all of our other content. Comment down below, who do you think won the NFL draft? Who do you think lost the NFL draft? I want to hear your comments on that. I have my own opinions. Obviously, I'm a Bears fan, so I have some things to say. But let's get right into it right now. We're good. I'm ready. You guys ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's get right into it right now. So, for context, I'm a Bears fan. Garthe is a Chargers fan, and Serg is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So first, let's go around. Everyone talk about your personal team. I'll start with you, Garthe. What's your overall thoughts on the Chargers NFL draft?
I'm kind of indifferent on it. I think we got a lot of guys that can contribute right away, but I don't necessarily know if we got guys that are going to be Pro Bowl caliber players. I like Hakeem Messidor in the first round. I think he's ready to contribute right away. And I know the backlash on him was how old he was, but he got better as the season went on and played his best ball in the playoff for Miami. So I love seeing that, and having him with Thule and Mack, I think really solidifies our edge group. But the rest of the draft, I mean, Jake Slaughter, I liked. Looks like he's going to play guard to start off, even though he's been a center his entire time in college. But Brennan Thompson from Mississippi State is going to be fun in Mike McDaniel's offense. And then we kind of just went guard and D-tackle the rest of the draft. So definitely cleared up some depth on both sides of the line. But I think it'll be a good draft. I don't think, we'll see any Pro Bowlers from this draft. But we didn't lose a ton from last year, so I think it was good to kind of revamp some of our depth charts from the D-line perspective and interior line. So I don't hate it, but it wasn't a flashy draft that I was kind of expecting. So
yeah, I think this draft was a good taste to see if you have a good front office or not, because I think the best way to describe it is there wasn't a lot of elite household name type of talent, but there was good talent, as there is in any draft. So you could tell really early on how some teams were literally it just seemed like they were picking names and it wasn't that coherent, versus teams that were way more strategic. It's like, okay, maybe you haven't heard of this guy in particular, but he's a straight up ball and he's going to contribute to the team, and you're going to know about it. So I think that's the most interesting thing about the draft. I know everyone's like, this is boring, this sucks and stuff, because there's not 7 QBs going off in the first round, but I kind of like that. I think it's cool. I think there was a lot of great talent to be had. I think a lot of teams really took advantage of that, and then a lot of other teams they were drafting like me on Madden, it was a lot of best available athletes when I didn't feel like you really needed to do that. But I'll go to you, Serg. What's your overall thoughts on the Chiefs? I know it was pretty interesting in the first round, but I'll let you tell it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll say this. I liked our draft this year. It was actually among drafts of features that I'd say it's probably one of my favorite amongst recent years. But I don't love the execution. I'll say this. I love that there was direction. They made it very clear, very evident, very obvious that they wanted to go, regroup with the secondary in the first round. I really personally thought we were going to go edge at 9. I don't love that we gave up so much for Mansour. I understand Mansour's a freak athlete. I think he's going to do wonderful things. I think if there's anybody in this draft that was going to replace Trent McDuffie, it's this guy. And that it also paints the picture to see us lose Trent McDuffie, that this is who they had on their radar for so long. So it makes me feel a little bit better about that whole situation. But I mean, would the Saints have probably grabbed him? Probably at 8, but I think we could have filled for another guy that could have gave us the same type of impact, at least later on, and still got, a more explosive, defensive end out of the first round. But Mansour, I'm very excited to see what he's going to do. Put into the secondary with Spags. Peter Woods, I like the pick. I like where the direction is at again, but I think there were better candidates that could have been picked up here. My big thing with Peter Woods is we're back up with the shorter arm or the short wingspan with this guy. I've done a lot of combine, researching and whatnot on this kid. He's super explosive, very good at initial contact, but he's not going to be beating double teams in the professional league off rip. So I'll be interested to see what his development looks like. I was actually really, really happy to see us get Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska. I think he's going to be a hell of a 1-2 punch with Kenneth Walker, and then I can't remember his name, Demicardo we got from Cardinals. And I think that backfield has done a complete 180 from last year. You can't look at our backfield last year and look at it this year to tell me it's not the complete opposite. I think we're going to be a run-heavy team. I think that's showing on all scales at this point. So all things considered, I'm satisfied with the draft. I think that they did execute on what they planned to do. I just think that a lot of Chiefs Kingdom didn't expect us to go so aggressive on the secondary. I think we were really expecting to get some more pressure because that was a part we fell apart in last season pretty badly. So we shall see, though. We shall see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the thing about Beach is usually gets his corners in the 4th round. That's usually where he shines off on that. So it was interesting that they went so early. However, I think some of that stuff is a little bit of fan service, to be honest with you. I think when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is very aggressive. But I also think to myself, I'm like, if that's your guy, I think people get too focused on, well, he's projected to be a 3rd round. Why did you get him in the 2nd round and stuff? It's like, if that's your guy, pick him.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Yeah.
No one's going to think about how high or how low you drafted the guy when he's performing. All you're going to think about is this dude's a stud, know? So I wouldn't overthink that. You filled the position that you needed to fill. So I don't really have anything negative to say about that, to be honest. On the other hand, let's talk about my Bears. This isn't for you guys. This is for Bears Nation. So just give me a minute here. Bears Nation, let's all sit down. Let's have a conversation here. Let's have an open, honest conversation here.
This should be good.
I thought about this for a good amount of time. I went for a good run today. I looked up at the sky. It was a beautiful day today. And I just thought to myself, I was like, you know what? There's all this film, there's all this guy can do this guy can do that. Look at this film. This guy has a 10 RAS score and all that stuff. Let's call a spade a spade. We fucking blew it. That's what happened. We blew it. We had a legitimate problem. A bottom, top 5 bottom defensive line in the entire league. And we have done nothing this offseason to address that in any way. So we blew it. That's the easiest way to say. Listen, we got good talent. That doesn't mean we're going to have a bad season. That doesn't mean we didn't get good players. But our key objective that every single fan saw in every single game did not get filled in any meaningful way. And now we're at the point where we're grasping at straws to try to spin this into some crazy win. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Now, we drafted great players. I think what happened, in my personal opinion, was getting Fieneman in the 1st round, which was a steal. But I think that was the best and worst thing to happen to us. Because I fully believe our plan was to get a defensive lineman in the 1st round. But he fell down so low, we had to get him, and it was a good fit for us. But then on the other hand, the next 2-3 days, or day 2 and day 3, we didn't become aggressive enough to backfield to still get a D lineman or an edge rusher that we needed. And then they were all gone by the time we were able to pick again. That's a failure on Poles. I gotta be honest. That's a complete failure on him. You don't hate the pick getting a guard or getting a center in the 2nd round, Logan Jones. He's a stud. He can start immediately, even though we did trade with the Patriots to get a center for a 5th round or something like that. round 3, we're going to be talking about round 3 until we see some type of production. But round 3 was an absolute fail, in my opinion. It was 2 positions that I did not feel like we remotely needed to address in any fashion. And on top of that, again, we have glaring holes on our team that is just not being addressed. I don't understand that. I don't understand the thought process in that. We're getting a guaranteed tight end 3 in the 3rd round. I don't care how well he can block. I don't care how well he can catch. We got 2 tight ends that can do that. All right. Like, well, honestly though, the first 3 rounds are really important in terms of like, those are the guys who are like, these are immediate stars, these are immediate impact players.
Right.
Everything below that, in my opinion, is more of like speculation. It could work, it could not work, right? Sam Rush and the tight end from Stanford, I really don't understand that pick. But that still wasn't even the worst pick. The worst pick by far was Xavier Thomas. And that's coming from an LSU fan, by the way.
Yeah.
He is a dog. He is good. He runs like a 4.2, which absolutely
it's
incredible.
bionic. Yeah, it's bionic.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature. But what is our actual use for this guy? Like, what's our play? At best, right now it seems like he's probably going to be a gadget player on specialty plays, but he's not competing for a starting receiver job. He's an immediate rotation player. So why even spend the capital on that? We could have signed an undrafted free agent guy that ran a 4.2 and try to fulfill that same goal. He could be good. I mean, he could be good, but we just don't need that. Malik Muhammad was actually one of the only players that I also had on my draft board that we ended up drafting. I think that was the same pick too. So I like that pick. The defensive tackle from Georgia Tech, I literally think we drafted him just so people can shut up. Like, we just got to the end, all right, let's just get one. It's just so we don't get killed. All right.
Oh my God.
I like him. I've seen him play because I watched Georgia Tech a couple times, and he is a stud. Like, he's good, but I mean, let's be honest here, man. It's a 6th-round pick. So he's not going to be an immediate impact player. He's going to be a project, probably get some rotation time this year. So that's just my overall frustration. And I'm trying to be realistic for Bears fans here. It's like, let's just be honest. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. I hope it works out.
Yeah.
We're probably going to score 50 points a game and then give up 50 points a game, just like we did last year. Caleb's definitely going to get 4,000 yards this year, which is great. But when we get into the playoffs, that pass rush is going to affect us just like it did last year. So I don't know, man. I just have to get that off. I don't know why we wouldn't.
I will say, Hale, I really did think I thought Chicago's front office would be a lot more calculated in those attacks in the draft, just because of how close you guys did get last season. I mean, if you look at it made it look like you guys were just like, maybe 2 or 3 guys away, like, honestly. And I'll say I've done quite a bit of homework on the draft, and the Bears are not in my top 10 as far as draft on the list. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but you're not alone. Chargers aren't either.
Bro, I've seen so many things, bro. Someone had the nerve to say our DC. He said our DC is very particular on the guys that he wants to fit his scheme, so that's why it's hard to get defensive linemen. I was like, isn't that every defensive coordinator in the entire NFL? I'm like, what are we talking about?
That's so dumb.
Isn't that every coach in the entire NFL?
Literally every coach.
Like,
ever.
Yeah, I'm like, and he just got here. He's making it seem like he drafted the guys he had now. I'm like, no, you didn't. You just got here. So I don't know what the hell people. I mean, it's insane, Cole. It really is. It's insane, Cole. I hope for the best, but you already know me. I keep my backup on standby just in case things get a little dicey. I need to power it down for the year on my.
I might be right behind you.
Oh man.
Well, I guess I'll start with you, Garthe. Who do you think won the draft? Like, it doesn't, a lot of people think it's like, oh, they had the most picks, they got the most players, so they won and stuff. Just overall, it can be a lot of picks, it can be a small amount of picks. Who in your eyes won the draft or just did extremely well?
I like what the Giants did, getting Arvell Reese to be on the opposite side of Thibodeau now, and Colton Hood from Tennessee. Got the offensive lineman from Miami as well, and what I really liked about their draft was getting Malachi Fields. I think they got him in like the 4th round. The wide receiver from Notre Dame. I think he is going to transition very well to the NFL, but the other team in New Jersey had a good draft as well, but I won't take that if someone else is going to do that. But I really like what the Giants did. I think they filled a lot of holes, obviously, with that trade they made last week with the Bengals. So gave them opportunity to get 2 of the top 10 players in the draft. So I like what they did.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Serg? Who do you feel like did extremely well in the draft?
I'm right there behind you, Garth. I'd say I had the Giants at number 2. Believe it or not, I got the Jets at number 1, bro. I think the Jets did a fascinating job at giving, Geno, if he can just play, even just to the middle of his caliber. He's got weapons all around him now. You got Breece Hall, you got Kenyon Sadiq, you got Omar Cooper Jr., you still got Garrett Wilson that you got lining up for you. And put all that on the line. The Jets have already had a pretty commendable defense, and then you throw David Bailey down there on the line too as well. I think he's gonna get them some incredible pressure off the line. I don't know if I would have went for him, at 2, me personally, but he's definitely amongst top names in the draft for that position, so I can understand the aggressiveness. But I think the Jets, given who the Jets are, I think that's more as to why I'm more impressed with them, because the Jets are known to flop. The Jets are known to mess up everything that they do, quite literally. Praise for flow. But I think they they got Geno some weapons. They got the defense kitted a bit. Do I think this puts them like in the playoffs next season? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe not year 1, but it's absolutely a step in the right direction from Aaron Glenn and co, because Aaron Glenn's been on the hot seat for a minute. And I think if he would have flopped this draft, that probably would have been it. So shouts out to him. I really like what I saw in New York, both from the Jets and the Giants. The Giants are right there with him.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with all those choices. I would say this about the Jets: that's probably the better drafting job I've ever seen from the Jets. Mm-hmm. So congrats to them.
Very much
all
so.
They need is a new head coach now, and I feel like they can really go places.
Quite literally.
But I think to add an extra team into the mix, because I do agree with that sentiment. I also really like what the Bucs did. I mean, I look at the guys that they drafted, and I think it's pretty sound that all of them are going to get some significant roles in playing time this year. I mean, obviously the first 3, like I said, they're going to start. They're immediate impact players, but their 4 through 6 was pretty solid. I mean, Kellen Scott from Miami, absolute stud. I mean, he's been locking it down all year, and obviously the Bucs have had secondary troubles. He's obviously an immediate start in my eyes. Yeah. They got a Clemson nose guard, which Clemson, Georgia, Texas, and Alabama, I believe. I mean, if you just pick a guy from one of those 4 places, you're in a good spot,
Yeah.
So I think he's also an immediate impact player. He's probably, I doubt he's going to start, but he'll definitely be a role player for them. Mm-hmm. They got a guard from Notre Dame, which, again, that's one of those.
Yeah, same
that's
thing.
One of those things, right? It's like you really can't go wrong. I also think that's going to be an immediate impact player. And then the tight end from LSU, Sharp. I thought that was a pretty sneaky pick. Mm-hmm. But I'm not the biggest Auden fan, to be honest with you. So I do think they need another tight end in that group to kind of get another target out there for Baker. So I think that's all good. And then obviously, the big thing was Ruben Bain fell to them. And that man's going to be on a mission from God. And in the NFC South, of all places.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be wreaking havoc in there for years.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, man. He's gonna be something special.
Yeah, he's got something to prove for sure. And then obviously just show some love to Mizzou, the linebacker Trotter. He is a stud as well. Yeah, and I think that's also a great pick, especially since who was it? Was it Levante David that retired?
Yeah.
I believe it was him. Like Yeah, so I think that's a very solid replacement for him.
And his dad was a Hall of Famer, so it's in the bloodline.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm curious, who you guys think did the worst in the draft?
Jags are up there.
Jags are up there.
They drafted a tight end in the 3rd round that was projected to go in the 6th. They didn't address anything on the O-line, really. I think they had 2 of their 8 picks were on the O-line, and their O-line's been bad. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, a lot of people are probably going to say the Chargers is one of the worst ones, too. So.
Probably. I'm going to spare you. I'm not going to even pull it down to one team that collectively did just absolutely terrible, because it probably would be the Chargers or the Bears, honestly. But I think one of the stupidest picks in the draft, and I will die on this hill, is Arizona selecting Jeremiah Love. And I just don't understand. I don't get why. I mean, I get that they got James Conner back there. You just signed, what's his name? Tyler Algier from Atlanta. You just paid the man. And I get you probably want to have a little more firepower in the backfield, but you have no O-line. Like, where are they going to, what gaps is he supposed to run through? What edge is he supposed to break off from? And I feel like that was literally just a name chase. Like, they saw his name was still on the board. They were anticipating he'd be gone sooner, and they were just trying to think, what can we do to bring some life to this organization? I think he'll probably have a career in Arizona at this point, because he's going to be pretty much the brand of the Cardinals. But I think that was just absolute. There's so many other areas of need that Arizona truly did need to attack that they just ignored. They're like, Jeremiah Love me.
Yeah, actually, no, funny enough, that was actually going to be my choice. It was just, the draft was just incoherent. I just wasn't quite sure what they were trying to achieve. Jeremiah Love, there's no question, he's a phenomenal running back.
100%.
But not only did you give some money to James Conner, but you also signed Tyler Algier. So you already had 2 really solid backs, and now you're bringing in Jeremiah Love, and it's like, I'm not quite sure what the offense is supposed to be then. Like, I always known Arizona with Brissett as more of a pass-heavy team. So I'm just really confused on like what the objective with this is. I think it's just one of those things where like new coach, he just wants his guy.
Yeah.
And he kind of just forced his way into that pick, but. Yeah, he didn't really address anything. I also don't understand getting Carson Beck, like just drafting him at all. I mean, again, I think Brissett is fine.
Yeah, Brissett. He's a great quarterback.
And I don't hate them wanting to get a quarterback in general. I just don't think Carson Beck is like the fit that they're looking for. I just don't understand how that meshes and what they're trying to achieve. I don't know. It was a really confusing draft for me, for them.
Speaking of quarterbacks, we don't understand.
I love the Garthe. Like, I think if you look at all the running backs that have been picked extremely high in the last, 8 years, they've all turned out to be studs. I think, you look at the Lions offense before Gibbs, and then look at the Lions offense after Gibbs. Falcons with Bijan, the Giants when they had Saquon, like, I think he can transform their offense completely by himself.
Hey, if they can give him a gap to run through, I agree.
Well, there's no again, like I said, there's no question that Love is good.
Yeah, he's
he's
phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm just, if I'm the other running backs in that room, I'm just like, well, all right, what are we doing here? Like, it's
34-year-old coming off an injury and a career backup, like.
Just let him
like
go.
I said, I get Jeremiah Love revitalizes that backfield tenfold. You need an offensive line for him to run through. I mean, hell, you got to give Jacoby some kind of protection. We all saw last year. Cardinals offense was piss poor, sticky, boo-boo, dookie. I mean, it was bad, and no running back. I mean, not in their first year at least, is gonna flip your offense a complete 180 or put you in a playoff contending spot. If he does, I'll eat my words. I'll eat my words happily, but I don't see it. And to Hale's point, it was just a very incoherent draft. I think they were kind of scattered. I don't know what the game plan was for Arizona, and that's why I'm giving them that badge. But hey, shouts out St. Louis. You got a dog.
We have a dog. All right, man. I'm curious on well, I'm gonna just address this right now. Did you guys see that video of the offensive tackle that got drafted to the Patriots?
Yes. His freaking warm-up day.
Yeah, his dance to the video. What's is Lomu? He was the tackle from Utah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I know exactly. They said now he's Drake May's got this guy and Will Campbell next to him to expect a block for him.
Now, Garth, help me out here because I'm trying to figure this out on what was going through his head. Like, is this like deception that's going on here to make him seem less threatening and he's going to go out there and kill everyone? You know, because the guy they drafted last year, Will Campbell, he had the complete opposite approach. He came up there, he said, I'm willing to die. You know, I'm willing to die for Drake May. And he definitely died on that field a couple times. So is this like a different approach to like what do you make of that? Like what was going through that guy's head?
I don't know. I want to know if there was like some music playing or something, like what got him disrupted in that. Or if maybe he's just a little dusty. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
hey, listen, man. Coming from a Bears fan, as long as you can play, we can wave off a lot of things, okay? As long as you can play.
Caleb Williams is pissed that the Bears didn't draft him.
I'm so dead. I knew you were gonna say that. Oh man.
And I'll just say one more thing of something I noticed in the draft day. Listen, there's a difference between you can feel like the fear and the tension and the anger out of players as they're getting drafted. You look at a nose guard like Caden McDonald. The guy's crying. He's a sweetheart. This man's donating his time to charity. All the kids in Columbus know him. Absolute nice kid. Absolute terror on the field. But you feel that energy. He's a genuine good person, right? Mm-hmm. You look at Bane, angry. Yeah. Hopefully he don't do anything illegal, but absolute monster. Came out there, he said, I got something to prove. I don't like fake energy. Mm-hmm. And when I look at my Cave Lamont, when he got drafted, and he got up there, and he's swaying, he's got the shades on. Man, they gonna feel me out there, man. They gonna feel me letting me drop like that. Bro, I had to look up where he's from, bro. This man is from Los Angeles. I'm not saying Los Angeles is the best place to live, but that accent that he had, I'm like, he ain't got that. I don't know about that one, dog. Someone needs to, I do not appreciate fake energy. I mean, I hope he does well and proves people wrong, but that was so weird and off to me. Like, if that's you, be you. But I don't think that's you, man. I think he's a well-mannered kid who had good grades. So I don't know why he's acting like that.
That's crazy.
Almost bad as Makai up there, man. Makai's so bad you can barely understand what he's saying if you can't hear it in the second language. That man be talking sideways.
Again, man, this man is from LA. He went to USC. He had arguably two great educations. He ain't from Compton, I'm gonna tell you that. Where's this high school? Los Alamitos High School. So you guys let me know, is Los Alamitos High School in the hood?
Drop it in the comments.
I guarantee it's not. I don't know what that was about.
That's too good.
Yeah, that was insane. But man, other than that, you guys let me know down in the chat. Maybe I'm tripping. I thought that was strange. But let's just close this, man. I got nothing else to say. I'm gonna start talking about the Bears again because I'm frustrated. Thank you guys. We got more stuff on the way for sure. Obviously, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and check out all of our other content. But other than that, guys, man, we are out. Good luck to your team. Good luck to our team. I will see you and the rest of the Chicago Bear fans in the Super Bowl. Other than that, man, that's all I got. Anything from you guys?
Go Chiefs.
Hold up, baby.
There you go. All right. Peace.